Hello, ladies. Welcome to the Thursday live Q&A. So excited to chat with you today. Curious how you're doing, what's going on for you. I would love to hear in the chat how you're doing today. How you're feeling? What's happening? Loving all of your posts in the group. And I just want to talk about something that I saw a couple of times in the post, which is the super hot topic of jealousy, which I've found is really, really common with anxious attachment, that there can be a feature of jealousy, that can be one of the traits and signs of the anxious part of you, the anxious attachment style. And I've personally dealt with this for sure, because my jealousy really started after I was cheated on when I was 25. And so I was in a 6-year relationship. And the end of the relationship, my partner cheated on me and broke up with me. And so it was a double whammy of betrayal and it felt what felt like abandonment. When we're adults, we actually can't be abandoned, but it felt like an abandonment, and it felt like a major betrayal, and it was a betrayal. And after that, I've had to deal with jealousy. And what I've found through my work around it is that when we heal the deeper parts of ourselves, the younger parts, when we heal the triggered parts, then that really can help us with jealousy, but also having a partner that's reassuring. Having a partner that will reassure you when you feel jealous. But also the way that we communicate our jealousy is also important, because you can communicate it in a mean kind of projecting, like, you're so horrible, you did this. Or you can share your vulnerable feelings instead and share, like, wow, I'm just feeling really jealous right now. And yeah, it's just totally, my feelings inside of me, and really own it, and not make the other person wrong or bad because a lot of jealousy happens when our partner, again, if you have anxious attachment, you may get jealous when your partner is doing nothing wrong. Nothing they're doing is wrong, but you still get jealous. For example, one of the posts, I saw in the group was someone who, their baby mama had to come for some of the visits, it sounds like. And so their partner, or the person they were dating, was seeing the baby mama, the mother of their child. And so, that's something that's going to happen. And that's, a normal, appropriate thing for him to see her. And so working with that jealousy that comes up inside of you, and also, letting him know in a vulnerable way that you feel jealous, that he's not doing anything wrong, but that you do feel jealous, and because you really like him, and that jealousy comes up for you. But one of the things that I want you to know is, when we do the deeper healing work, it allows us to heal that usually the part that's jealous is a very young part. What I've found in my own personal work around jealousy is that my jealous part is always a very, very young part that maybe was abandoned herself, or that didn't get her needs met in childhood, or that feels very scared of abandonment or not enough. And so she's the one that really gets really, really jealous. And so the more that I can support her, the more I can heal her, the more I can give her what she needs, as well as her partner giving her what she needs, the more that she can feel safe and secure. And so there's nothing wrong with jealousy. First of all, I just want to say, nothing wrong with jealousy. It's a natural emotion. It's actually a mixture of emotions. It's anger, fear, sometimes sadness, sometimes, that territorial feeling. It's all of these feelings mixed in one. That's why jealousy is such it's a strange emotion, because it actually is multiple: anger, fear, sadness. It's multiple emotions in one. So we need to unpack it, right? But So it's normal to feel jealousy, nothing wrong with jealousy. It's the way that we orient ourselves around it, our relationship with it, that what matters. So how do we work with our own jealousy? And how do we reassure ourselves? And how do we work with our younger parts? So if you're interested in going deep and really healing those younger parts that feel jealous, I highly recommend that you book a call with us so that you can do that deeper work, because I would love to do that deeper work with you. So if you'd like to do that, you can go to empowerlove.us/apply to apply for a love breakthrough session so that we can really work through your jealousy and really heal it at its core. Number 2 is to really cultivate mindfulness. So when we're mindful of our jealous emotions that come up, then we don't act them out. So acting out the jealous emotions is when we can really be destructive in relationships. And so, how can you relate to your jealousy in a loving way? One way, I'm going to give you one tool today that I highly recommend if jealousy is an issue for you, is when you feel jealousy, to close your eyes and connect in with that little one inside, the little girl inside who, is afraid that maybe this person doesn't like her enough, or maybe this person that you're dating, you're afraid that they might like someone else more than they like you. And so I want you to connect in with your little girl inside, the one that's feeling that. So when you feel that feeling of jealousy, connect in with the younger one inside that really takes on that feeling, that really connects with that feeling, that traces back to that feeling. Okay, so I'm going to do it right now. So connecting in with my little girl inside, I want you to also do it, who may feel that jealousy when she hears of, that maybe your partner or the person that you're dating is doing some particular thing that triggers you. So I want you to go to her and I want you to notice, how is she feeling? Is she feeling scared? Is she feeling worried? And I want you to just connect with her, acknowledge the feeling. Take a deep breath into that feeling, really acknowledging that feeling. Good. Taking another deep breath in. Good. And I want you to go to her. So I want you to imagine your adult self or another person that's very loving and caring, someone who really loves and cares about you. And I want you to see this person or your adult self coming in to this image of your little girl. And I want you to see this person coming in and reassuring her and wrapping their arms around her, or, just looking her straight in the eye and just saying, "You're safe. I'm here for you. I've got you. I'm not going anywhere. I love you." And just take a deep breath, really taking that in fully now. Taking in those reassuring words, noticing how that feels in your nervous system. Good. And now from this perspective, I want you to look at the situation that's going on with this person you're dating or with your partner. And from this more resourced perspective, I want you to think about, maybe, is there something you need to share with this person about maybe that this, whatever they're doing, does feel uncomfortable for you and doesn't work for you? Or maybe you just want to share, I just want to share this with you. You don't have to do anything, but I just want to share my vulnerable truth with you, which is, I notice I feel, feelings of jealousy when you do this, and you don't need to change anything. I just want to let you know that, because I want to be honest with you and I don't want this to get between us, and I want to just be my true self with you. And that's so powerful, right? Just being our authentic, true selves really is a powerful, powerful thing to do in relationship, because that allows us to have closeness and intimacy with our partner, with the person that we're dating. And we get to see, how does this person show up when we are real, when we are vulnerable? How does this person show up when we're being real and when we're being vulnerable? And when we express our feelings, instead of in an angry way or a demanding way or a critical way, when we express them in a loving, kind, gentle, open-hearted way, and then we get to see, how does this person show up when I'm my real self? Okay. So that is what I have for you all today. If you have any questions about anything I just said, please write them in the chat box. And if you have any questions at all about your dating life, please write it in the chat box. Again, if you're interested in diving deeper into this work, doing deeper inner child work, doing deeper attachment work, doing deeper work to really help support you in finding the healthy, loving relationship that you deserve, please go to empowerlove.us/apply and get on in there with a member of my team. We still have some slots left for a free love breakthrough session this week. So lots of love to you all, sending you so much love on this beautiful day. And I will see you next Thursday. And again, if you have any questions, write them in the chat box. I'm not seeing any. But if you have any questions, I'll just stay on for a little bit longer. And just know that deep way of soothing yourself, connecting in with that young one inside and soothing yourself, that is one of the keys to managing your jealousy. Because some people, jealousy again is a feeling, and so it's how do we relate to that feeling that matters. How do we relate to it, and how do we act upon it? When we feel the feeling, do we act it out, or do we do something else with it, right? And so that's the key, is to really use your self as a tool to reassure yourself, to love yourself, to give yourself the support that you need. And then if you still need to talk about it and share with your partner, or if you have a request that's a boundary, that's really important to share as well, right? But one thing is to check it out with someone, a coach or a friend, and say, is this an appropriate boundary that I am requesting, or is this a little bit over the top? Am I impinging on his boundaries and his freedom, or is this, totally rational? Because sometimes it's hard to know. So I definitely recommend, if there's a particular request that you're going to make around, something that you may ask him to not do, that you maybe run it by someone first, someone in the group or a coach. That would, just to check it out and get some reality testing around it. Okay, my dears, I'm sending you all so much love, so much care, so much gratitude for each of you, and I will talk to you next Thursday. Lots of love.